Buenas, ¿cómo están, gente? Hoy les traigo un video diferente. Jugando Life is Strange recordé una película que es parecida, pero no al Life is Strange el que estamos jugando, sino el Before the Storm, que trata de dos chicas que tienen que empatizar y son totalmente distintas. Recuerdo que la vi hace mucho y la estaba buscando por internet y no la podía encontrar. Y me acordé que la tenía en DVD, el DVD antiguo, no el MKB de ahora, de 720, 1080. Pero es ese que tiene títulos, todo. Entonces me puse a revolver y la encontré. Y entonces pensé, ¿por qué no subirla al canal? No creo tener problemas con los derechos ni nada. Supongo que lo podré exhibir. Y la quiero compartir con ustedes. Ojalá les guste. Es parecida. Les voy a contar. Se llama Home Room o Oscura Perversión. Le pusieron ese título, es muy malo. Y voy a contar de qué trata. Bueno, en Estados Unidos un tiroteo en una escuela y dos chicas, dos compañeras completamente diferentes tienen que empatizar entre ellas obligadamente. Y lo interesante es cómo ellas van a llegar, digamos, a ser amigas. Cada cual tiene sus problemas, su manera de ser. Una es totalmente emo, expresa furia, no le va bien en la vida, y la otra es todo lo contrario, es una chica completamente popular, pero popular de esas que toda la gente quiere, la típica que escucha música pop, que tiene plata y es alegre, y por dentro tiene un montón de problemas también. Y bueno, conociéndose entre ellas van a compartir un poco todas esas cosas. Es de drama, está muy buena. Y bien, espero que les guste. Yo desaparezco ya, así que les recuerdo que se pueden suscribir al canal si les gusta el contenido. Que recuerden que no cuesta nada y ayuda mucho. Y dicho todo esto, vamos a por ella esta vez. Nos vemos, gente. Un abrazo, cuídense, hasta la próxima.
If there's anything else you can remember or anything you want to talk to us about.
I think that's about it, sir. I got statements from all the other kids. Sir.
What's the story with Harper and Wheeler?
Well, they went to talk to the suspect's parents. They had a warrant.
I already know that. Why haven't we heard back?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They called in 15 minutes ago.
What do the parents have to say?
Sir, the parents are dead. Multiple gunshot wounds. They were still in bed. Homicides on the scene. The final count of the school was 6 decedents, 2 wounded in the hospital, 1 critical. Same weapon used in both locations.
Shooter's dead. The parents are dead. We got nothing.
Yes, sir.
What about the girl?
Well, actually, that's the other thing I want to talk to you about. She still hasn't said a word. Her name is Alicia Browning. She was standing directly next to the perpetrator when Doc Officer Parker took his shot. It was messy.
Yeah, I saw.
We brought her straight here, but like I said, she's hardly spoken a word. Thought you might have better luck.
When I was in high school, there was this kid. Paul Ashley was his name. I hated him. I mean, I really despised the guy. So one day I decided I was going to do something about it. We ended up throwing punches in back of the field house after school. I gave him a black eye. He broke my nose.
Oh, you can hardly tell.
I remember that when my parents found out, they went ballistic. I was grounded for a month, ended up losing a girlfriend over it.
What happened to Paul Ashley?
We became best friends. This boy today was packing a Tech-9 semi-automatic with hollow point rounds and 2 clips to spare. Perpetrators, decedents. High school is no place for kids anymore.
Can I bum a smoke?
Wait a minute. How old are you?
Give me a cigarette and I'll tell you.
Alicia, my name is Martin Van Zandt. I'm chief detective for the county, and I got an awful mess on my hands. I really need you to help me here. I want you to understand that you are not under arrest and there are no charges pending. I looked you up, and I guess you probably know that you've got a file. There's an outstanding shoplifting complaint against you, but we're going to overlook that for now. Having said that, we've taken a number of statements today which have caused us to leave you here for the duration. Statements that seem to confirm that you and the suspect in question were acquainted. Is that correct?
Look, did he tell you? Did you know this was gonna happen today?
Hey, let's slow it down, okay? But Alicia, I need you to know that if you were aware of this in advance and didn't say anything, you could get in a lot of trouble. Not shoplifting trouble. Real damn trouble. Look, as much as anything else, we just want to know why. You knew this kid. You might be able to help us make some sense out of this whole thing.
And in point of fact, this young man's grades were very good. And that's always the weirdest part about these things. Common sense would have you think that the troubled kid would pull stuff like this, a kid with a temper, but it never happens like that, does it? It's never the bully.
Of course not. Bullies have to graduate so they can become police officers. How about it, Detective Martin Van Zant? You ever pick a fight in high school? Because I would bet almost anything that you did.
Alicia, did you know what was going to happen?
No.
If I find out different, if I... Please don't let me find out different.
Can I go now?
Sure.
Why the hell did you do that?
She's got something to tell us. She just wants to do it on her own.
Bullshit, Martin. What the hell was that?
I want to know more about her. Pull her school records. You know the drill.
Yes, sir. Just understand the attitude of some of these kids. I think they can tell us anything like we don't get it. Not as stupid as she thinks we are.
Right. By the way, how much did that lighter cost you?
Good evening. Another high school shooting, this time in our own backyard. Police have now confirmed that there were 6 fatalities at Valley.
God, I was so scared. I didn't know for so long. I must have called the school 100 times.
Okay, Dad.
That was your classroom, wasn't it?
One suffering a gunshot wound to the head.
Did you know any of the kids?
I knew all of them.
What can I do? Do you want to talk? I didn't know if you wanted to eat dinner.
I'm lying about it.
Do me a favor, please. Leave your door open tonight, so if you need anything, I can...
No, I can't tell you anything you're not seeing on the news. Is he asleep? How much do you see?
There are lots of questions, and our people are working hard to make an arrest so we can get some answers. Obviously, our hearts go out to all families.
Honey, listen, I'll have to call you back. I know. Captain,
Where the hell is everybody?
we've got a team over at the high school, another team at the kids' house. I send everybody else home.
Sent them home?
Sir, respectfully, you shouldn't have gone on TV and said that there would be an arrest.
And why would that be?
Because this case is practically closed already, sir.
No, this case is very much open.
Sir, I don't know what else you want me to do.
What? You want me to remind you of your goddamn job description? You will respond. You will investigate. And you will apprehend. That gun had to come from somebody.
The gun was registered to the father, and I can't arrest him.
Well, then somebody else knew. Somebody who could have prevented all this. Somebody who decided that the lives of 2 parents and 5 classmates weren't worth the time and effort it took to pick up the phone and dial 911. And you will find that person, detective, because that is your job. Look, Martin, all of those families depend on us, on you and on me. Martin, how long is it going to be before your kid is in that school? Now, you will find somebody to be held accountable for this atrocity, and when you find them, I will bury them alive if I have to.
Why don't you just burn them at the stake?
Are we in agreement here, Detective?
Yes, sir.
The police want to take more pictures.
Finally. Kelly. Who is that?
That's Alicia Browning.
Alicia, what are you doing here?
I have tests coming up. I have to go to the library.
Alicia, dear, there isn't any school. Not now. You must understand, there won't be any classes for a while.
Well, can I just... Okay, what I mean is, it's still a school, right?
Of course. You should have been called. We put it on the news.
I don't watch television.
I'm sorry. You should have been called.
I have tests coming up. Already a year behind. I have to get out of this school.
Of course. But there aren't any classes right now. We're coordinated with Wilson High School. We want to try and use
What the fuck am I supposed to do all day?
Thanks for climbing down, by the way. He's got a really bad back.
What the hell is this?
That's where they told us to bring you.
Did that detective, did Van Zant tell you to do this?
Oh, ma'am. This was requested by your principal.
Look who's here.
Alicia, glad you could come.
Police car. Very subtle.
Would you have come otherwise?
Look, I'm really not into this, like, group therapy touchy-feely bullshit.
And that's fine. But maybe you could use the help. There are lots of people here with...
For God's sakes.
Miss, can we talk to you, please?
No. No. There are other students. Go talk to them.
We tried. They don't want to talk to us either.
We just want to know how our son died.
Why would you want to know that? You're lucky that you don't know. You should keep it that way.
Yes, I know. It's hard to understand.
You're young. You don't know what it's like to lose a child. To have him taken away, and there is nothing you can do.
Thank you. This has been very helpful.
Please.
Alicia,
What now?
in other places where this sort of thing has happened, group meetings seem like the right idea. I don't know. But listen, we still have a student in the hospital. Deanna Cartwright, maybe you know her. Her parents are very concerned because she can't leave the hospital. There's nobody there for her.
What is wrong with you? I'm a leper, don't you know that? I mean, exactly what is it when you look at me that makes you think, now there's a good-hearted young lady who wants to help people?
None of the other students want to go either. In truth, you're the last person I would have asked. Come on. You said it yourself. You have nothing else better to do. They spent the whole of last year renovating the hospital. Oh, by the way, it's got a brand new library all its own. Please, can you go see her? Just once. Can your father drive you in the morning?
No, he can't.
Can I drive you in the morning?
You stop sending police cars to my house?
Yes.
Don't be late.
Thank you. This is her room number. She has therapy in the mornings. She should be back by now. Will you be needing a ride?
All right, I can meet you. Excuse me, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm here to see Deanna Cartwright. She's in...
I beg your pardon?
She's in room 201.
Are you friend or are you family?
No, neither.
You must be Alicia Browning. Come over here and sign in, please.
Hey.
Hi. No, come in. This is the right room. It's Alicia, right? They said somebody might come to visit me today, but they always say that. And usually if somebody does come to visit me, it's not somebody like you. It's like what they call a specialist, which is just another kind of doctor, which really isn't very special to me anymore.
Where did all this shit come from?
You know, Mom, Dad, my friends. This is the first time you and I have ever really talked. You got a haircut.
So did you.
Yeah. I guess it was a ricochet, maybe. The doctor said it hit me in the back here, but it didn't pierce the skull, so the bullet kept coming around the side of my head, underneath the skin, but it gouged out so much bone that they had
I
to...
didn't ask.
Those look like comfortable shoes. Would you like a chocolate? No, wait. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. It was just... Forrest Gump.
Shit.
I figured you'd do this, but I honestly thought it would be longer than 4 minutes.
Look, I did what you wanted. I saw her. We exchanged pleasantries, okay? We talked about the old times. So can I go now?
No, you may not go now. You're gonna turn around and get back up there. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You may consider the rest of the day mandatory.
No, that's bullshit. You said nothing about that yesterday.
What I said yesterday doesn't mean dick today.
See ya.
How bad do you want to graduate, Alicia? I said, how bad do you want to graduate? I don't have time for this petty clique nonsense that kids always seem to think is so goddamn important. So you're going to get your ass back up there and do as you're told. Because I know you don't want to be 2 years behind, do you? Do you?
I am not staying 1 second past 5 o'clock.
Thank you. Will you be needing a ride home?
I really didn't mean anything by that Forrest Gump thing. I was just... I don't know. I don't even like chocolate either. Okay. You already read the sports page. Okay.
What are you smiling at?
Nothing. It's just really nice to have company. Really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and watch a little TV while you're reading. Do you like Animal Planet? By the way, you'll read twice as fast if you don't move your lips.
Animal Planet puts the wild back in wildlife with the Chef Corwin experience.
You have to hold your ground. For herpetologists, I am in 7th heaven.
Tune in for the
Oh my
Chef
God,
Corwin
what are you
experience
doing?
Every Sunday night at 9, only on Animal Planet.
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Look, I'm not here because I want to be. I'm here because they're making me. So let's get one thing straight, okay? When that clock hits 5, I'm gone. You got it? This isn't one of your fucking slumber parties where we paint each other's fingernails and we have pillow fights. I'm not gonna pierce your ears, and I'm sure as shit not gonna sign your goddamn yearbook. Look, why don't you just do both of us a favor and keep quiet? Okay?
Okay.
Kelly, hold all my calls for the next 30 minutes.
Okay, sir, the police.
Especially if it's the police.
John, no.
Gentlemen?
Phone's very impersonal.
You know, I'm just trying to figure out what the hell it is you guys could still possibly need from us. You already have everything we have.
And the department thanks you for your continued support of this investigation.
There's only so much you can learn about a person by reading their file, so I just wanted to ask you a few questions about a student you have named Alicia Browning.
Little Miss Sunshine? Why?
It's just part of the investigation.
There's almost a 1.5 year gap in her academic record. No one seems to know why.
Have you spoken with her father?
We will.
As for Alicia, I couldn't tell you why she was out of school for as long as she was. You must understand, we have a student body of almost 2,000 kids. It is impossible for me to know each and every one.
Okay, fine. Maybe you can tell me who some of her friends are. Maybe they can help.
She doesn't have any friends.
I'll get Kelly to throw together a list of the kids that she had classes with.
But she doesn't have any friends.
I can also get you a list of teachers who might be able
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Well, it's not that she's a loner. I mean, this school has plenty of loners, but they all hang out together. Alicia is more like
Goth. I think that's what they call it.
She's not really goth either. She's more like a goth, metalhead, ramp tramp, bookworm.
Something for everybody to hate. How do you know about her?
Well, I went to school here. I've only been out for a few years. So sometimes the students tell me things they won't tell anybody else.
Martin, take a look at this.
Hang on.
The rest is just common sense. I mean, anyone she would have hung out with has already graduated.
What the hell happened to this girl?
Mr. and Mrs. Colby?
Marcus Colby's parents. He was in the room across the hall. The night he died, my door was closed, but I could still hear his parents. That was hard.
Where are your parents?
Oh, you know, they used to be here all the time, but now that I'm okay, they can't spend the whole day with me, so they're usually in here in the mornings or after work. Can I talk to you?
Who sent these?
Huh?
These flowers, there's no card. Who sent them?
Bobby Lawner.
He's an idiot. Look at this. 3 gladiolas, 5 carnations, and a bunch of white roses.
I think they're pretty.
It's a funeral standard. Your boy's got a green thumb up his ass. Either that or he's got a great sense of humor. Do you know why the carnation became the funeral flower? Because they smell super sweet. They're overpowering, right? So back in the old days, before they'd figured out how to preserve dead bodies, they just had to use lots of carnations at their funerals to hide the rotting smell.
That really doesn't help me at all.
Neither do those.
I didn't get to go to any of the funerals. They won't let me leave, even though there's nothing wrong with me anymore. Actually, he's very smart.
Who is?
Bobby Lawner. We're an academic decathlon together. It's like a club, and we have competitions with other high schools.
I know what ACDEC is.
I think sometimes people hate me just because I get good grades. Sometimes I have to act dumb just so people will talk to me. But all my real friends are in the upper first percentile.
The upper first percentile.
Yeah. Do you get good grades?
I'm barely passing. So I guess we could never be friends. Is Bobby your boyfriend? Well, you better strike now while the iron's hot. I mean, you're very, very pathetic right now. There isn't a guy in the world who'd say no to you. Try to make the most out of this little near-death experience, which, by the looks of it, you're handling just fine anyways.
I guess. You know, when life gives you lemons.
What did you just say?
When life gives you lemons. Like lemonade.
That is the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. What? Time heals all wounds, right? Everything happens for a reason. And I guess they're all in a better place now, too. So, why do they still have you here? When you, like, cracking up or something?
That's a very rude way to put it.
Well, I can't help it. I am fascinated by nuttiness and its causes.
I had a few nightmares, which really excited them. They even have a clinical term for it. Repressed memory anxiety, which I think sounds a tad bit overdramatic, but now they spend every morning trying to tap my subconscious fears. Fears so scary I don't even know I have them. It's a complete waste. And I usually end up missing the crocodile hunter.
Why the hell do you go?
Because they make me. Because they think they can help. But they can't because they weren't there, so I couldn't talk to them about it even if I really wanted to. And you know what else? The shrink can't keep up with me. I'm way smarter than she is.
Are you?
I looked up her credentials. They have a great new library here. But anyway, I have a much higher IQ than she does.
Your IQ doesn't mean a goddamn thing in the world.
Time served. Okay, well, it was nice to finally talk to somebody who...
Say that.
Hey, can I have these? Yeah, sure. I'm just, I don't know if I can...
Finish this. It's a crossword puzzle.
Thanks. But sometimes it's really...
Wait.
But I wanted to tell you...
You're welcome.
Alicia! What?
What?
Dying inside.
It's a good library. See you tomorrow then.
Do you want any dinner? We had some visitors today. Two fellas from the local police department, Detectives Martin Van Zandt and Michael Cree. They said they've spoken to you before.
What did they want?
I was hoping it was just another shoplifting thing or curfew violation, but they just really wanted to know more about you. This boy, the one who killed all those kids. Did you know him?
I knew everybody. They already told you that.
Of course you did. They also wanted to know why you were out of school for so long.
What did you tell them? Dad, what did you say to them?
Told them you're almost 20 years old, legally an adult. If they want an answer to that question, they'll have to ask you directly.
What did they say to that?
They said they could subpoena me and they could arrest me for obstruction of justice.
Can they?
Probably. But I suggested to them that arresting me probably wasn't in their best interest from the standpoint of public relations, anyway. Is there anything you want to tell me? You've gone through more than anyone your age ever should. Please talk to me.
I'm going to bed.
Good night.
You think that's funny? Shit! How long have you been here?
You're drooling.
What time is it?
How can you stay in the sack this long? The sun rises like straight into this room every morning. I'm going to the library.
Good morning. Oh, good morning, Deanna.
Good morning, Deanna.
Hi. Hi, Deanna. Hi, how are you?
Hey, there you are.
What kind of drugs do they have you on here?
Why?
How can you already be this peppy?
I love morning. It's my favorite part of the day.
No. Okay. People who think that morning is the best part of the day are the same kinds of people that think crust is the best part of the pizza. Do you know everybody here?
I'm kind of a high-profile patient.
Lucky you. You can get back to school and you'll be twice as popular.
Not for long. I get to graduate with your class. I'm a year ahead.
It's not my class.
It isn't?
They already graduated.
Wow. I'm a year ahead, you're a year behind. We have so much in common.
No. Actually, that means we have even less in common than we normally would. God, what is wrong with you?
Nothing. I like to assume the best about people. Is there really anything
You know,
wrong?
if you keep picking at that thing, it's never gonna heal.
I wasn't picking at it. I'm rubbing it to stimulate hair growth. I'm too young for Rogaine. Why'd you miss a year?
God, you said this library was good. Only ever medical books and JAMA magazine.
Journal of the American Medical Association.
Whatever. I need English books.
English?
If I don't pass, I don't graduate.
You're failing your native language?
Fuck you.
You like that word a lot.
What word? Fuck? You really can't say it, can you?
Of course I can say it, but it's a bad word. It's like taking the Lord's name in vain, which you also did yesterday.
What, you think that makes me a bad person or something? I see.
Where are you going?
Deanna, where have you been? Your session with Dr. Hollander started 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well, let's go then. Deanna,
Let's go.
Maybe she doesn't want to.
Excuse me?
Maybe she thinks the whole thing is crap. Maybe she doesn't like dumping her guts out to total strangers. And while I'll give her that locking herself in a room and taking drugs with a couple of older women probably has some sort of kinky appeal for her, I'm guessing she just wants you to piss off.
Miss, that sort of language is not accepted.
Shh. This is a library. We were just going to smoke.
We were?
Smoking is not allowed. This is a hospital.
Are you coming? Let's go, head case.
Tell Dr. Hollander I'm sorry. Alicia, wait.
I appreciate you both taking time out of your busy schedules. I'm sorry it's taken this long for me to speak with you personally.
I'm sure you've been quite busy. How long is this going to take?
Basically, I just need some general information about yourselves.
About us?
Your daughter. Anything you think could be helpful. Personal things. Her friends, her relationship to the shooter.
She didn't know him. And I don't think Deanna has a personal life.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to call you back. Right, back.
You're not from here?
No, we're from back east. Dan works for Hyperion, and I'm with the FDIC.
Oh, so you both work in the city. That's a hell of a commute.
Would you please turn that thing off?
What I mean is, there are other areas you could have moved to. What was it about our little town that made you...
We moved here because of the schools. It was my decision. Look, are you guys going to charge anyone? Because it's been more than 2 weeks, and the other parents, we haven't heard a thing. Now, I mean, aren't you doing anything?
The investigation is ongoing. Before this attack, did you notice anything out of the ordinary with Deanna? Erratic behavior?
No, I told you that before. What is it that we're supposed to have noticed?
Nothing. You're just your parents. I'll be in touch.
Deanna.
Hi. What is the point? If you want to kill yourself, there's faster ways to do it. You know that nurse? She has it in for me. She's always bossing me around, telling me where to go and when to go there. So one day I say to her, "Why do you always treat me like a baby?" And she says, "Get this. Force a habit, honey. This used to be the maternity ward." And I'm like, that is weapons-grade BS. Give it a rest, Sasquatch.
No. You didn't say that to her.
No, I didn't. But it would have been so cool if I had. I like your gloves. It's like Madonna. Not, you know, henna tattoo, English accent Madonna. More like material girl, boy toy Madonna. Can I try one on?
Go to hell.
Do boys like you because you smoke? My mother says that boys like girls who smoke because
girls who smoke are easy?
Something along those lines.
Well, boys don't like me because I smoke. Boys don't like me, period. Men are a different story.
What's the oldest guy you've ever dated?
37.
37?
I don't know. I always tried to date someone at least twice my age because there's something to be said for experience. Of course, that means every year the men get creepier and creepier. What is that? That's an exponential problem, I guess? I don't know. I'm failing math, too. You want to drag?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, it's a filthy habit. It's disgusting. Makes your clothes stink, and it's really expensive.
Oh, like money is some big object for you. I've seen you at school. I've seen your car. Don't get
me wrong. I don't resent you. I'm sure you value all the advantages wealth gives people like you over people like me. Even though you waste your time tooling around with your friends, Britney Spears pumping, wind in your hair, all the neighbors waving. God, you really must be the life of the subdivision. All that money. And Bobby Lawner still doesn't have the slightest interest in you. And that is what kills you.
You know what he told me? He told me he couldn't take me to the prom because I used to date his best friend. What was the eloquent way he put it? Bros before hoes. How immature is that?
You believed him?
Yeah. Why?
What I mean is, I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that his buddy told him he never got anywhere with you. Nope. Never let him eat you out, never polished his knob, never gave him a rim job, never let him grope your tits, never let him lick your puss.
There's nothing wrong with being a virgin.
Of course not. It's hip to be a virgin nowadays.
It's never hip to be a virgin. It's really hard.
I'm sure it is. Oh, there's a song about it.
A song?
Yeah. I think it's Banana Rain, huh? No. It's the Go-Go's. Our lips are sealed.
What?
Our lips are sealed? It's about a bunch of chicks trying to stay virgins.
Okay, first of all, that's gross. Second of all, you're wrong. It's about a bunch of girls trying to keep a secret.
Well, if I wasn't getting any, I'd want to keep it a secret, too. Now, if you really want to get Bobby Lawner, and he sees you with one of these, like Mommy says, boys like girls who smoke.
Because they think they're easy.
Yeah. Oh, now that is just a terrible waste of tobacco. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to save me or something?
You know something? I don't think you're easy, Alicia. I think you're the most difficult person I've ever met. No, it's okay. No, Mom, I understand. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Right, tomorrow night. I love you too. Bye. You checking those books out?
I'm taking them, if that's what you mean.
Can I have my remote back?
Why? No.
Where do you go at 5 o'clock?
I go to a homeless shelter where I serve food to the needy and less fortunate. I don't know. I don't go anywhere.
Then why do you leave?
Can I ask you a question? Does it matter if I say no?
How do you stay so detached from all of this? And I was unconscious halfway into it and I can hardly sleep. You must have seen the whole thing happen.
What's your point?
You seem like you haven't missed a beat.
Yeah, well, go figure. Wait! It'll pass, okay?
Actually, today has been a pretty good day for me. I should be able to get some sleep tonight.
Okay, well, I'll see you.
Would you do me a favor?
What?
On a good night, with the right pills, I can be asleep before Jay Leno's over. I was wondering, would you stay till the end of Jay Leno?
I don't watch television.
You could read your books.
They have visiting hours here.
You don't care about hospital rules?
Right. But you could get in trouble.
If you haven't noticed, I get special treatment around here.
I'm not reading you any fucking bedtime stories.
No, that's fine.
Leno. Not Letterman, not Nightline, but Leno. Fuck me.
How did I do?
A little better. Oh, Dr. Hollander wanted me to remind you how important your therapy sessions are with her. She doesn't mind you having guests, as long as it doesn't interfere with your recovery. She expects you promptly tomorrow morning. And I would really appreciate it, too. Okay. Have a great day.
Thanks. Alicia, what are you doing in here?
Reading.
Here?
If you spent a little bit more time in here, you'd know this is the quietest place in the hospital.
Can we go someplace else? Good. Let's get you out of here before you burst into flames or something. What time did you leave last night?
Late.
Oh, well, thanks.
Hey there.
I slept really well.
Good for you. You know, there's something about you that just doesn't add up with me.
What's that?
What was someone like you doing in a public school?
Well, my parents wanted me to go to a private school. Baldwin Prep, St. Benedictine. But you know, I got to thinking, they didn't go to a private school, so why should I? In a public school, you can really learn more about real life.
So, my world is just some sort of, like, social laboratory for you, huh?
Alicia, you know that's not what I meant. What are you doing with that?
Don't change the subject. The Ivy League is an afterthought for someone like you, I'm guessing. Where did Daddy go to school?
Cornell.
Cornell?
It's a great school.
Yeah, you're right, it is. But if you get in there, you're never really gonna know, are you?
Know what?
Well, whether you got in because you deserved it, or if they should just put a little plaque next to your dorm room that says, "Thanks, Dad."
I didn't put that on my license plate. He did. He thought it was cute.
No, I'll be home late. You know why? I can't. No, I gotta go. No, I'm sorry.
Mr. Roberts.
The department gave us permission to begin renovating, so don't give me any of your shit.
No, it's looking good. It's good. I need to search a locker. It's weird being here without kids.
You probably see it like this all the time. I took summer school once, and it was just like this.
I'm becoming very concerned about your interest in Alicia Browning.
Why would that be?
Is she involved?
You know I can't comment on that.
I took her to visit Deanna Cartwright at the hospital a couple days ago.
Really?
As I understand it,
at some point here,
You're either going to have to make an arrest or you're going to have to close your investigation. Either way, get on with it. Take as much time as you need.
It's called a gerund phrase. It's G-E-R-U-N-D. But you only need to know that for the test. You'll never use it in real life. Hi, thank you. Do you want anything, Alicia?
No. It's tempting, though. Dry turkey breast, tasteless fruit, cholesterol-free eggs. Tasty.
How did you know that?
It's hospital food.
My parents are coming tonight.
I'll be sure to leave early then.
Oh, you don't have to.
No. It'll be all huggy, kissy.
Probably.
Give me one of those. You throw worse than a girl.
Wait.
Which one? I'll bring you a good ship.
My folks? You wouldn't be interested. Look. Okay, this pretty much sums up how Mom and Dad see me. A coloring book. What?
You bring your crayons with that?
Yeah. Thanks. There's only one black one, though. Oh, I know it's your favorite color. Okay. Here's a Bot magazine. Do you like the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, me neither. You're probably into that Tori Amos, Fiona Apple, whiny rock. But you know, Kevin and Brian are hot.
Who the hell are you talking about?
Forget it.
Are those the guys you think about when you masturbate?
I don't think we should be...
Don't say that you don't.
I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just saying that I don't think I should be discussing that with... God, you say stuff like that just to set me off. Why do you do that?
Because you make it so easy for me. It hurts.
What does?
The first time you do it. It hurts. It's what every virgin wants to know, right? It hurts. It burns, sort of.
I know. How much?
I don't know. I think it's different for everyone. It probably doesn't hurt as bad as, I don't know, say, getting shot in the head. And come on, it's not like you see a lot of chicks laid up in hospitals after getting their cherries popped. It stings a little. On the bright side, if you do it with a high school boy, chances are he won't be in there very long anyway.
Yeah. You know, I don't know if I can do it. I mean, I want to, but...
Don't worry, it'll happen. You meet the right guy or you meet the wrong guy and it'll just happen. I mean, even Forrest Gump got laid eventually.
I didn't think you saw Forrest Gump.
Oh, I saw it. I just thought you were doing a shitty impression, that's all.
I'm really glad you're here, Alicia.
Oh, God. Here's your damn God box back.
My God box!
I had one of those. And a photograph of the new haircut I received that day.
The Brady Bunch. I love the Brady Bunch. Do you?
I don't know if I've ever seen it. It's an old show, right?
My hero is a great
The
American.
70s. It's totally hilarious.
Jesse James.
Jesse James?
Jesse James was a cruel and vicious killer.
I'm really surprised at Bobby.
Bobby's teacher might never have brought this composition to my attention if it hadn't been for this.
He knows better than to bring a cap gun to school. We'll certainly have a talk with him, though I'm sure he doesn't intend to make a profession out of being an outlaw.
Oh my God! The show funny.
Oh, God! It is!
Look what's happening today. Stories about gangsters, hijackers.
He knows better than to bring a gun to school. He knows better than to bring a gun to school.
She's very sad, lonely. I don't know why, but I know I like it when she comes to see me. I shouldn't. She's mean to me. But there's something else. There's something I can't put my finger on. To look at her, you just think she's a mean-spirited punk, but I think there's more to her than that. Alicia understands me better than she should. And I don't know why.
Deanna, it's very important for me to know everything I can about her. Even things you don't think are important.
I know. It's just, the truth is, we don't really talk about it.
Deanna, don't pick at that.
I wasn't picking at it, Mother.
Honey, this girl, she was the only one that saw everything that happened in that room from start to finish.
I know, and I've seen her with him, but only a few times. It's not like they hung out all the time or they were dating or something.
No, that's not true, because the police have his phone records, and they know that he talked to her for over an hour the night before the shooting.
Where'd you hear that?
Who cares where I heard it?
But that could mean anything.
Why does she keep coming to see you? I mean, what's in it for her?
I guess because I'm tutoring her.
You're what?
Tutoring. She's failing English. What?
If she wasn't failing English, can you think of any other reason?
No, What are you saying?
Sorry. It's just that it's hard for us, too. You've learned something that, as adults, we hope you don't have to deal with until you're much older.
What's that?
That there is very real evil in this world, and a lot of times, evil wins.
But there's nothing you can do. You're too late.
If Alicia Browning had foreknowledge of this attack and didn't say anything, under the eyes of the law, she's considered an accessory before the fact.
I mean, she's responsible, Deanna.
I mean, she's the reason you're in the hospital right now.
Do you really believe that?
I need your help. You're the only person she talks to.
I'm not wearing a radio for you or any of that cop show stuff.
Deanna, you are speaking to a police officer.
It's nothing like that. You just talk to her, like you always do. But the next time, ask her. Ask her if she knew. That's all I need. Can you do that for me?
Yes, she can.
Dr. Hollander, excuse me. Deanna.
Thank you. I'm sorry we have to meet in this room today. Well, we certainly have been missing each other, haven't we? How are you?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, I can see that. Is the Xanax helping you get sleep?
Very much so.
How are you feeling?
You already asked me that.
You know, in some parts of the world, the violence...
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you ever administer the test where you look at an ink blot and talk about what the patient sees in them?
Yes, I have. Would you like to take one?
Do you think they actually give you meaningful insight?
Yes, I believe they do, yes.
Does it work the other way? Can what somebody else has drawn tell you things about them?
Volumes. I mean, people look at a Rembrandt or a Picasso and they write like 300-page dissertations on what might have been going through the artist's mind.
What does that tell you?
It might help me to know when you did this.
Yesterday. And it wasn't me, it was a friend.
Friend. Okay. Well, the color is certainly open for evaluation. It's almost random. Very vivid hues. The person was pressing very hard on the crayon. I'd say whoever colored this was distraught.
I'm sorry you were being serious.
The coloring stays firmly within the predetermined lines, almost perfectly. Someone is trapped. And this page was probably chosen for a reason. Rabbits and bears playing in a park. You don't think these sessions are worth a damn, do you?
No, ma'am.
And you probably think that you should have been released days ago.
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes. I think this whole post-concussion syndrome is made up. I haven't had a dizzy spell in days. My hearing is getting better. The only real issue is my hair. And if I understand human physiology, it tends to grow back.
These are afflictions of the body, Dana, not the mind. There is something troubling you. And this is the place you can talk about it.
You can't help me.
No, I can't. Not unless you talk with me.
You can't help me because there's nothing you can tell me that I can't read in the same books you do.
Have you been reading books? What have you been reading? Have you been reading about post-traumatic stress disorder? Have you been reading the stories about combat veterans who have seen and experienced the most horrible things a person can?
Is it true that there is no cure?
It absolutely can be treated with a proper balance of drugs for the effects and therapy. But no, there is no just cure in the usual sense of the word.
And is it true that most people who have post-traumatic stress have to live with it for the rest of their lives?
For some people, that is so. But not all.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
The only way you're going to feel better, Diana, is if you can talk about this.
I know. I know.
That was a nice long session. How is Dr. Hair Farmer? What the fuck?
Alicia, did you...
Oh! Stop! Ah!
What the hell was that?
Dive bomber.
What did I do?
You should try to be a little less oblivious. God, what is it about your cranium that invites such folly?
Just lucky, I guess.
Hey, maybe it's your IQ.
Oblivious. Sometimes you use really big words for somebody who's failing English.
Go figure.
You know, I've been thinking, I haven't really seen you around school with boys. Well, I mean, I've only seen you with really one boy, and personally, I was wondering about you, your relationship, how you feel.
How I feel about boys?
No, how close you were to... I'm trying to ask you something that's really hard for me to ask.
I'll make it easy for you, okay?
Huh?
What are you doing? Sounded like you were asking me if I was into girls.
Well, I wasn't.
Which probably means that you're into girls.
But I'm not. God, if you wanted to know, you could have just asked me.
Well, you could have just lied. It was the only way to be sure. But you didn't kiss me back, so you got nothing to worry about.
I guess. You are such a weirdo. Alicia, the police came to see me last night. About you.
Took them long enough.
They said it doesn't matter, but they asked me a bunch of questions, and I think they want to arrest you.
Fuck them.
But they're not going away. I don't know what you're not telling them, but they're not going away.
Yeah, well, that's their job.
What are you gonna do?
I guess I'll have to check my schedule.
Alicia, they're police.
Yeah, I know. We go way back.
No, I mean, you have to.
I've got a lot of friends downtown.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of listening to you talking like nothing happened. That this is all no big deal. I'm so exhausted. And I still can't sleep. My head is so messed up and I don't care anymore. I just can't. You know those flowers in my room? All those presents? They're almost all from my parents. Bobby Lana didn't send me flowers. I just told you that because I didn't want you to know. I read this story when I was little about a princess who didn't have any friends. And her father, the king, couldn't stand to see his daughter all alone, so he used his riches to buy her some friends. When the princess found out, she was so angry with the king. She felt humiliated. If my father used his money to buy me some pretend friends, I don't think I would mind at all. I want you to leave. I don't want you to come back here anymore.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Then leave. Please.
You know, I got better things to do with my days than hang around with a head case like you.
Then do them.
Fuck you. God, you little cunt. Who the fuck do you think you are? You and your woe is me bullshit? You haven't even faced the half of it yet. You think you're alone now, huh? Because you have no idea how bad it's really gonna get.
Alicia, please don't do this.
No, I know exactly what you were trying to ask me, and I know exactly what you think of me. You fucking drama queen. Go take your goddamn guilt trip somewhere else, because I don't want to fucking hear about it.
Is this one crooked?
Crooked?
Yeah. It looks crooked to me if you stand back from it some.
Looks dead on to me.
So, I've logged our first piece of, I guess, what do you call it, evidence?
Yes, that's what it's called.
Good. Well, then you must be relieved. It's progress, right?
I don't look relieved. Listen, I got a lot of work here. Is there anything else?
No. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna have to call the DA's office. They're gonna want exactly what kind of charges we're thinking about filing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I guess I just need a little clarification.
The hell you do. Perform your duty, uphold the law. It's very simple. It needs no further explanation.
Yes, sir.
You know damn well what charges we'll be filing, so put your call into the DA whenever you feel like it. Now, if there's something else that's bothering you, I don't give a shit. This is our job, like it or not.
Martin, why'd you let her go?
What are you talking about?
That first night, why'd you let her go?
Because I didn't have enough to hold her on.
Unlike the mountain of evidence we have now. You had just as much cause to arrest her that night as you do right now. And if you really feel so strongly about what you're doing, why the hell did you let her go in the first place?
We have to be the voice for those families. Can you understand that?
Just if we're going to speak for them, maybe we should find out what they really want us to say.
What the hell are you doing out here?
Hey, head case. I'm talking to you.
What are you doing here?
I was in the neighborhood. What do you think?
I told you not to come back.
Which you had to know was the surest way to get me to come back. Okay, what are you doing with the needle? What the fuck is up with the syringe?
The doctors can't make it stop. I want to go home, but they won't listen. I don't care anymore.
So we're into the real deal here. Okay.
I can't really remember it, but when I go to sleep, it always comes back, and I don't know if it's real or if it's just what I think happened. But I can hear them. The other kids. Trying to get out.
And you figure if you shoot yourself full of enough poison, that'll pretty much put an end to all that? That's bullshit. That is an insult to all of those kids. You're trying to take the easy way out.
So did you.
You shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I did. Look at how wonderful I turned out. Now, let me tell you about this, okay? See, because in the movies, they don't tell you that when you slash your wrists, you also cut through tendons. Now, I can barely use this hand at all. It took me over a year to learn to write with the other one. Look, I don't know what it is you want me to tell you. I'm not real good at this kind of thing.
Tell me it gets better.
I can't. Because it won't.
I can't make it stop. It's killing me.
Good. It hurts because it's supposed to. I mean, what would it say about you if it didn't? What would it make you if it didn't tear you up inside? What would it make you if you didn't feel anything at all? You know what that would make you? Me. And I would give anything to feel even half of what you're feeling right now. Okay, listen. What kind of music do you listen to?
Pop?
No. What I'm saying is, whenever I hear a song that I already know, I change the channel. I look for songs that I've never heard before. Do you listen to songs you know or songs you don't know?
Songs I know.
Okay. I'm gonna show you something. Something that you don't know. But first, I want you to give me that. So, you're smart. What's in this?
Potassium chloride. You'd kill yourself before you hit the ground.
So it's faster than smoking.
You made a joke.
Yeah, and it took a lot out of me, so don't expect another one. Come on.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it wasn't a very good joke.
I know.
Alicia, what room is this?
Wait right here.
Alicia, it's cold in here. Oh, Jesus!
What? What's wrong?
What the hell is wrong with you?
No, why won't you look? Look! What? Are you scared? What is there to be scared of?
God damn it!
Look! Turn around and look! You've got it all wrong. There's nothing here. Nothing. You wouldn't have been afraid of him when he was alive. Why should you be afraid of him now? There's no hatred in this room. No anger. There's no violence. There's less to be afraid of in here than anywhere else in the whole world.
like him.
Hey, get out of here. Do whatever it takes, but get your parents to get you out of here. It'll kill you if you don't.
You're not coming back, are you? I'm not gonna see you again, am I?
I'll be around.
Alicia, are you real? I mean, this whole thing, it really happened.
Good night, Deanna.
Wait, you gotta go back one.
What? Are you okay?
Yeah. Fine.
I need him. I'll be ready.
Cat. Detective, what do you need? Do you remember 1988? We killed one of our own undercovers. I was in charge of the bust. Remember that?
Of course I do.
The review board asked me to resign, and when I didn't, they were going to pin the whole thing on me. You went in front of them and got me off the hook. Remember what you said to them? I've just spent the better part of the last 2 months looking at this thing from every angle possible, and I've spoken with the families, all of them. And now I think that only one of two things can happen. Sir, I have McCready and Harper and Wheeler and half a dozen uniforms ready to leave here right now. And I got the order here from the judge to make it all nice and neat. But before I go, I got to hear it from you. One more time, I want to hear you say that we're going to lay 9 murders at the feet of a teenage girl because of a telephone bill. You know, I don't care too much about what people say out there in the world. We're police officers, and that means that at some point, right and wrong has to factor into this, doesn't it? So if you tell me that this is the right thing to do, I'll be at her front door in 10 minutes. All you have to do is sign it, sir.
What a mess.
Sir, with your permission, this is what I'd like to do. Do you know if any of the others are coming? I was hoping for a little better turnout.
My parents don't even know I'm here.
Is this everyone?
Looks that way. Listen, what we're doing here, a lot of people will say is a mistake. That going back in here so soon is the wrong thing to do, that it's insensitive. I think it's very important. This is the kind of thing that people want to put behind them. They want to stop talking about it. And the second you do that is the second it happens all over again. But this is not a requirement. None of you have to do this if you don't want to. Okay, then.
Smells kind of funny.
They painted it. Smells like paint.
Is it the right color?
No.
It's really close, though.
There were 16 shots fired in this classroom. Most of them came from the back there. He ran out as he moved forward along the side wall.
Okay, does that mean anything?
It means it wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. He came in through the back, knowing everybody would panic, trying to get out this door.
Is there a point you're making?
It's very odd from the detached viewpoint of law enforcement. In a mass shooting, you usually see twice as many wounded as killed, but in this case, everyone who was shot died.
Except for Deanna.
Except for Deanna. Of course, why he did it is still unanswered.
If you wanted to know the answer to that, maybe you shouldn't have killed him.
That's brilliant. What were they supposed to do? Ask him to politely stop?
No, I think he's right. They didn't have to kill him.
What, are you both fucked?
Okay, hey, everyone can talk here, all right? Just so you understand, the tactical officer performed his job to the letter.
And I bet you gave him a big fat medal for it, huh?
As a matter of fact, he resigned. He doesn't even live here anymore. Deanna, how do you feel about being in here?
I don't like it. I don't know if they should ever use this room again.
But you know they will. After everybody graduates, they'll act like it never happened.
What are your plans after graduation, James? You're the class president, right?
Yes, sir. I was planning on going straight to college. But, no, I might just take some time off.
Deanna?
I just got a scholarship to Cornell.
That's excellent. Congratulations.
I don't know if I'm going or not.
Shit. If I was you, I'd be like, see ya. Get as far away from here as I could. I'll be stuck in community college forever.
I haven't really thought about it too much. I guess I should, though. I'd really rather not even graduate if you want to know the truth.
Doug?
Whatever you cops will let me do, I'll do. I don't like to look too far ahead. I don't even want to deal with it right now, you know, this whole thing.
You have to. I mean, it's there, whether you like it or not. We graduate in 3 days, so you better be ready for that black armband. You know, it won't stop there. At the 5-year reunion, You ready for that moment of silence? It'll be with us forever. You know, the sooner you accept that, the easier it'll be.
I don't know why it had to happen here. I mean, it's homeroom. We're only in here for 15 minutes every day.
Let's talk about that then. Kathy, you don't have to stay if this is too hard.
James is right. It was just such a normal day. You know how some people said that when they heard the gunshot that it sounded like firecrackers? I didn't. Somehow I knew. He aimed over here, and I closed my eyes. And he fired. And when I opened them, it was Marcus who we shot instead. And I was just so... Jesus, I was...
What?
Are you glad?
Yes.
You were glad that he shot Marcus Colby and not you.
I never got a chance to tell him that I was sorry for thinking that.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Self-preservation is the most powerful instinct you have, okay? It gave you the time you needed to get out of the room alive. I know it's not easy, but it's nothing to be ashamed of either.
Now, see, why are we doing this? This is why nobody else came. Once was enough. I mean, what happened in here was the most...
How would you know? You were the first person out the door. You don't have a clue what happened in here.
What are you doing here?
I do believe everyone was invited. Am I right, Detective Martin Van Zant? Hey, Heckus.
Hi.
She shouldn't be here. She's not even one of us.
What does that mean exactly?
It means nobody likes her because she's a damn freak.
All right, if you're what's passing for normal, I'll keep the fucking straitjacket. Thanks.
She looks like the Crow.
What is it that makes her a freak?
That is so warped.
The fuck? It's my gum.
Yeah, from about 3 months ago.
You know, I think Alicia's okay.
Thank you, Douglas. That means so much coming from a skate rat who hangs in the Walmart parking lot till 3 a.m. It smells funny in here.
Maybe we should get some carnations.
She's not one of us because she was supposed to graduate like 10 years ago.
So be it, but she still has a perspective on this that might be helpful.
Yeah, she knew the motherfucker.
So what? So what if she did?
So I bet he didn't even think about killing her.
Great, so she wasn't a marked target. Okay. Maybe if we were all nicer to each other, nobody would ever be a marked target.
Yeah. Why can't we all just get along? Jesus, happy endings everywhere. With you, even mushroom clouds have silver linings.
Why do you let her talk to you like that?
Because she's right. I am that way. Stop smoking.
Yeah, well, maybe I started something worse. Listen, I don't have all day, so let's get to it. Did it ever dawn on you that maybe there are no answers here, that maybe he came in here shooting without a single thought in his fucked up head?
It crossed my mind.
Because I don't think it lasted longer than 30 seconds. He shot at whatever wasn't moving. People got bunched up at the door, so it made it real easy. And just so you know, you didn't get hit by any ricochet. He aimed for the back of your head point blank. I thought you were dead for sure, and the fact that you're alive right now is the weirdest part of this whole thing.
So, if it only took 30 seconds, and it took us 6 minutes to get on scene, what happened the rest of the time?
did happen.
She kept him in here. You kept him from going anywhere else in the school. Because you were the only one he would listen to. You stopped him from hurting anyone else. Thank you, Alicia.
Yeah.
No. Thank you. I'm a true fucking hero, is that it?
Yeah. Sometimes I really don't understand you.
Perfect.
Why do you want everyone to hate you so much? I mean, you dress so that no one will come near you. We have nothing in common. We'd never even talked to each other until you came to the hospital. Wait.
It's tempting though. Dry turkey breast, tasteless fruit, cholesterol-free eggs. Tasty.
How did you know that?
If you spent a little bit more time in here, you'd know this is the quietest place in the hospital. How can you stay in the sack this long? The sun rises like straight into this room every morning. Straight into this room. Don't.
We have the same hospital room. 201.
So?
But you've been back in school for a while now. So it must have been over a year ago. Before the library, before the renovation. When the recovery ward used to be the maternity ward.
Shut up.
She told me that the nurse made a joke about how the recovery ward used to be the maternity ward.
Shut up.
It's okay. You have a baby, don't you?
No, you really need to stop now.
It's all right.
This page was probably chosen for a reason. Rabbits and bears playing in a park.
That's why you missed it here.
Fuck you! You cocksucker! You don't know shit about me! Who the fuck do you think you are? You think you can come in here and you think you can spend 10 minutes and come out with all the fucking answers? Hey, I've got one. Kids pick up guns and they kill other kids. That's it! And if that answer isn't good enough, then maybe you should go see a doctor or go see a priest and you can ask them why. And they'll feed you all the psychobabble you can stand, or they'll tell you that God has some greater plan for everyone. And when you keep pressing and those answers aren't good enough, all they'll have left to tell you is the unholy truth that kids just die.
And babies die too. It just happens. So you live with it.
Oh no, Alicia, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I shouldn't have. Oh my God.
You know, when you don't have any money and your baby dies, the funeral home gives you this casket for free. I guess it's about, like, this big. And it's made out of styrofoam. It's like one of those things that you would take on a picnic. Did you even know there was such a thing as a styrofoam coffin? How fucked up is that? 2 winters ago, we had that colossal ice storm. Do you remember that?
No school for 2 weeks.
Yeah. She was, born. And she died on December 21st. The thing, that machine at the cemetery couldn't dig because the ground was too hard. It's frozen. We had to wait until after Christmas to bury her.
Why would you ever go back to that hospital?
Why did you come back here?
What did you call her? Your daughter. What was your daughter's name?
Amanda. He called me. The night before the shooting, he called me. He told me not to come to school in the morning. He told me he was gonna bring a gun and that he was gonna kill everyone. I'm sorry. I didn't believe him. I'm sorry I didn't stop it.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Wait, Alicia! Alicia, it wasn't your fault! Well, what are you waiting for? Arrest her! Isn't that what you wanted to hear? Bring her back.
I closed the investigation 3 days ago. It isn't public knowledge yet. There will be no arrest.
Then why the hell did you bring us here?
Because I'm a father, and my kid will be your age in less than a heartbeat. And as soon as he's old enough to figure this out, he's gonna ask me what it all means. And I don't know what to tell him.
You're asking us? You're the adult. You're supposed to have all the answers. I can't turn on my TV without hearing somebody say why they think it happened.
Too much violence on television. The National Rifle Association.
He was teased too much at school.
Harassed by the other students.
Guns without safety locks.
Guns without safety locks.
Violent rock lyrics.
Violent video games.
Video games. Video games.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Natural born killers. Hatred.
Cry for help.
Cry for help.
Cry for help.
Culture of death.
Culture of death.
Just wanted to be on the cover of Time magazine.
Pressure from
My head can't even hold all the answers I hear every single day.
Time magazine.
So now you come to us because you want to know why. You want to know what it means. Doesn't mean a goddamn thing in the world.
Doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean anything at all. The life I've left behind me is a cold room across the last night. From where I can return, where every step I took in faith betrayed me. And let touch of your hand. I would be the one to fall. I'm just a little thing. I miss everything about you. Doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean anything at all. The life I've left behind me is a cold